So for those of you who want to stay for the next half hour, we're going to have a little bit more music and we're going to share a little bit about the Islands of Coherence. We'd love for you to come and join us in the network. It's a place where we can actually be together with other people who are choosing to cultivate more heart coherence in their lives so that we can have the support we need, so that we can find our friends and partners and teammates. All right, so I want to bring on Entheo for those of you who are staying around to come and just launch us off for our next segment with some music. Entheo, two dear friends of mine, Lee Grace and Theo. Let's go ahead and bring them on camera. There we go.
Can you hear us and see us?
Hey, beautiful. Thank you guys so much for coming today. I always love having you on Pulses with us. And you know, you always bring me to tears when you play, so I'm ready. I'm ready.
Good.
We're ready too. Thank you, everyone. All right.
Yeah, so we're just going to keep this thread going of presence, being in the heart.
Are we having is the reverb on? Yeah.
I am not the clouds, I am the sky. I am not the mind, I am the I. Here in a sacred song of a universe alive. Can't hold on to anything passing away. I am here experiencing living today. High, highs, low, lows, and me in the middle, watching it go. Here comes the fear, oh no, watch it go. Feelings and thoughts, oh watch them go. See it all and watch it go. I am not the memories, I am the one circling for centuries around the sun, burning up everything, all that needs to be released, expanding beyond the edges of my mind. Stories, seasons, reasons, and rhymes open me up to find it's always been me in the middle, watching it go. Here comes the fear, oh no, watch it go. Feelings and thoughts, oh watch them go. See it all and watch it go. And the secret is to see it, to feel it, receive it. Oh, the secret is to see it, to feel it, receive it. Oh, the secret is to see it, to feel it, receive it. Oh, the secret is to see it, to feel it, and release it. 'Cause underneath this fear of mine is the sweetness of life. Oh, oh, underneath of life. Oh, 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 oh. The sweetness of life. Oh, oh, oh. The sweetness of life. Oh, 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 yeah. The sweetness of life. Oh, sweetness of life. Sweetness of the heart.
So beautiful, you guys. Thank you so much. Thanks for being here today. And I can't wait for us to have some in-person time. I miss you. Pretty soon we're going to have time where we can be, virtual is important because then we can touch each other on a global scale, and we need the field. We need all of us. And also it's going to be really nice when we can come together. Somebody was just asking if this happens every Saturday, and the Global Coherence Pulse actually happens on the third Saturday of every month. But inside the Islands of Coherence, if you're part of that network, we have weekly meditation and breakout group calls, and we have lots more opportunities for coming together because it's important to be in regular practice. I think so many of us, we're feeling this impulse inside of us, and we're feeling this hope, and we're feeling this inspiration. We're feeling this new emerging in the midst of everything. But other people around us in our lives maybe are in a lot of fear or kind of embedded in a propaganda of how life is unfolding. And so being together with other people who are choosing love and who are practicing coherence and all of that is super helpful for us. So I'm going to go ahead and just share my screen and just show you a little bit about the Islands of Coherence. We hope that you'll come and join us. We'll have a few minutes for some of the people that are in the Islands of Coherence to share with you. And then we'll have a song again with Entheo before we close off for the day. So stay tuned for that. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Oh, I'm feeling so nourished. I know a lot of you are as well. I can see it in the chat, and it's so lovely to feel that together. So here we go. You can see my screen okay? Yes. So the Islands of Coherence is a new heart-centered social network that we have created. It's hosted by the Live It Now production team, and it's in collaboration with the Global Coherence Pulse. So we do the pulses once a month, and the Islands of Coherence is really a place where we can be together more often. In the Islands of Coherence, love is our core principle. And as Claudia was talking about, it's really the science of the heart that we're exploring and that we're learning about and we're experiencing together. And cultivating coherence is our core practice. So it's many paths to one end. When you're in the Islands of Coherence, we can all share the ways in which we're engaging in practice and where we're finding successful and where we're finding challenges. And co-creating a thriving future for all our shared purpose. And again, that is an inside job. And as all of us choose to do that together, a new world is emerging in our midst. And in the Islands of Coherence, we encourage purpose-filled social engagement. I think we've been distracted in some ways by Facebook and other social tools. And in the Islands of Coherence, we're encouraging each other to really use our time on these social networks to really find other people that we share purpose and passion and inspiration and information with, and really use our time to fuel our purpose and our practice. And it needs to be play-filled prototyping. I think there's going to be some new systems that are coming online. Many of them have, millions of dollars that have been invested to support us to be more connected with one another. And in the meantime, we need places like this where we can play and we can prototype and we can learn and we can fail and we can rise. And really, the commitment here is individual and communal empowerment and collaboration and synergy. You'll see that there's many organizations that are coming together inside of the Islands of Coherence. And if we begin to collaborate and synergize, we find we do less and we're capable of more because we really just get to do our part. And we get to do it in a love-filled field. So if you're in the Islands of Coherence, the people that are involved are choosing to feed the field with love. And even though it's a virtual space, it's still spatial. It's an energy. So imagine we're co-creating a vibrant virtual village like space where we can connect and share and engage with other like-hearted peers, with groups, with organization, with events and activities that are empowering us to embody and experience more coherence in the world. That's what we're looking to create together. And we also, as we grow the network together, we can access and contribute to a growing library of content and resources and events and activities that support us with vibrant health and well-being. We have things to share with each other to help with that. Individual and collective coherence, releasing trauma, activating purpose, increasing collaboration, and of course, more joy and playfulness and co-creativity. Because what we put our attention on grows, and what we consume is what we radiate out. So this is an opportunity for us to co-create something together. And the network is new. So as you come in, it's, new people, we're all contributing to what it takes. The network is made up of many clusters, and you can see we have Global Coherence Pulse and HeartMath and We at Heart and others, and each one of them has their own cluster where they can have the replays are available, where the events that they're doing are available, where the information that they're sharing is available, all in one place. I know that's really exciting for me because I are constantly searching in different places for all the things that I love. And instead, it's all inside the Islands of Coherence where we can find those things, and it's a growing network. And one of the things I love so much is that there's a shared calendar, right? So I don't have to go and search in my email box to find how to join the Pulse or how to join the live call or meditation or Saturday Night Alive or any of the things. I can choose to follow them and have that be all in one place. And we have breakout groups, meditation calls weekly. We have events and activities and deep dives, courses, online chats, private messaging, all the things that you would imagine in a social network. And it's all based in love and coherence. So are you ready to participate in co-creating a community network more aligned with your values and choices? Are you ready to embody the life you came here to live and contribute your unique gifts to the world? Are you ready to courageously choose love and freedom and radiant health and well-being for yourself and all of life? And if your answer is yes, then we invite you to join and help co-create the Islands of Coherence. This is really a space for us to come together and more deeply share and grow and support each other as we learn what it means to be an island of coherence together. And just lastly, this is a community supported network. And I like to follow the patterns of healthy living systems. And part of the principles of a healthy living system is that it's self-sustaining. So when we all give a little, we can gain a lot. So we created a business model for the Islands of Coherence that people can join at whatever level it relates to what they can contribute. So there's $2.99 a month if you want to join, or an annual fee, or $6.99 a month, or you can choose to pay for a membership and support somebody that needs to apply for a scholarship. So you can come in on a scholarship or choose any amount. And this is so that we don't have to have advertisement and we don't have other people deciding what we can see in our social feeds. This is really us growing something for ourselves. And so the Islands of Coherence, you can find it at islandsofcoherence.net. And the invitation is, let's co-create something amazing together. Let's come together as a community and support each other to be an island of coherence, to deepen our capacity to sustain this state in the face of whatever we face. And this, however long this network serves us, let love be the legacy that we leave behind in our shared connection. So that's a little bit about the Islands of Coherence. And I hope that you'll come and check it out a little bit. You can join for 2 weeks for free and just come and play. But when you come in, don't just come in and sit back, but come in and contribute. Add your heart, add your love. Say hello, welcome each other. We can create a space where we can actually be together, not just on a Saturday once a month, but we can be together and really support each other to grow. So I'm going to invite Entheo to come and play a little song for us while I put some links in the chat and show you how you can join. I'll put those links in the chat now while they're playing. And I can also, let's see, before we do that, I'm going to go to gallery view and I'm going to invite, let's see, I am going to invite Kelly Lynn. Maybe you can unmute your mic. You've jumped into the Islands of Coherence, and maybe while I'm putting some links in the chat, you can share something about your experience of that. And you might want to go to gallery view so that you can see who's here.
To share. Hi, everyone. It's wonderful to be here with you. My name is Kelly Ford. I've been playing and creating in the Islands of Coherence since it launched in February. And I have found it to be a very welcoming and loving container to interact and to share my ideas and my gifts. For 20 years, I've wanted to share my passion with the world and exchange ideas with others of like mind and heart, like all of you. But I haven't really had a way to do it because I shied away from technology and social media platforms. I didn't want to be manipulated by artificial intelligence and algorithms selecting the posts I saw and filling the space with advertising that was tailor-made for me. So the temptation to buy was overwhelming and distracting, and it didn't feel like a good use of my time, and it didn't feel safe. In contrast, Islands of Coherence has given me the opportunity to interact online and connect in a way that feels safe, it feels clean, loving, and joyful. It's structured in such a way that I can create projects to share what I'm passionate about and express my creativity, which has been really fun. It's also, I'm still learning, and because I don't feel like I'm strong technically, but it's a very friendly and intuitive platform to try to discover what's available for you to express yourself. And I'm so grateful to Teresa and the team that created Islands of Coherence. This platform is such a breath of fresh air and a wonderful opportunity to be with others of like mind and heart, and gives us structure and tools to create and celebrate the joy of our collective and shared heart. I love that the invitation here is to practice heart coherence with myself and others and see what happens from that place. It's really a special and unique opportunity, and I hope to see you there. Thanks, Teresa.
Thank you, Kelly. That's beautiful. Ani, I'll call on you for a minute. I know that you're really excited. I know I've known Ani forever since Barbara Marx Hubbard days, and I know you're thrilled to be in the Islands of Coherence. So maybe you can share something.
I am, yes. When I first heard the quote by Ilya Prigogine, what struck me, and we don't have in the words of the quote right now, because it's small islands of coherence on the periphery, periphery of a sea in chaos, which means all of you who are feeling like you're hanging out there somewhere in the middle of something, you're at the perfect place. On the periphery of a sea in chaos, not in the center, not in the culture, not in the middle of everything, but free. You have freed yourself. You think differently. You feel differently. You want something that we don't have in the current culture. You are the perfect ones for the island of coherence. Please come in and develop that coherence within yourself on the periphery of a sea in chaos, and we'll jump the whole system to a higher order. Please come.
Thanks, Ani. Thank you. I thought I'd bring on Mitty. Mitty has agreed to come in and help us host the space a little bit. Mitty, I'm so glad that you came on today. As I was doing the gallery view, I saw you meditating. You look so beautiful.
Hi, Teresa. Hi, everybody. You know, I for some reason, in the middle of the meditation, I thought, wow, it's 7 years since I met Teresa and Amelie and Theo and other people in the Gene Keys community. And what a gift. I didn't know 7 years ago that was what I was going to be receiving. And listening to Kelly and Annie, I can only endorse everything you've said so beautifully and enthusiastically about Islands of Coherence. For me, actually, Islands of Coherence is the higher order. It actually is now. We don't need to jump it to anywhere. We just need to open our arms and invite everybody in to be a part of it. Yeah. So I'm just hanging up. I feel I'm hanging about in paradise when I enter the website. It's so palpable to me. It's so energetically we're there, you know. And now we just have to invite all the rest of the world in, and we'll be there together. Yeah.
Thank you, Mitty. Thank you so much. I'm wondering if Nikita, do you want to come on, unmute your mic and turn on your camera? Nikita has one of the clusters in the Islands of Coherence I Am mantra. Such beautiful posts every day. There's so many great clusters. And I'll just say one thing before she shares. Some reason for me creating the Islands of Coherence is because I see this solar system of organizations that are all serving this same purpose in their unique different ways. And I've always seen that. I've always seen this solar system and all the different organizations. And I really wanted us to have one place where we could play, one place where we could synergize and join our genius and really serve a huge wave of awakening that I believe is coming. I believe there's going to be a moment where the rug is going to be pulled and so many people are going to feel out of sorts and they're going to need a place. They're going to need us to be able to stabilize and stay in coherence in the midst of that extreme chaos as it occurs. And then they're going to need places. They're going to need places to come where they can find a home And we can develop that together. I know Darity's here. She's just set up her own cluster. Kati J actually has a beautiful cluster inside the Islands of Coherence. So we're practicing, we're learning, and we're being courageous, and we're sharing the things that our heart is calling us to share. And I've noticed in the years that I've been supporting learning communities, two things is that when we come together, one, the field holds us and we're capable of so much more. And the second thing is that as we join our genius together, we really need to do less, because somebody else is doing the part that we had to do because thought we had to do all the parts. But instead, if we just do the part that's ours to do, then we really start to live in the current of our purpose, and something really radically amazing emerges. So I'm super excited that you guys will come and check it out and play with us. And Nikita, if you're there, I'd love to hear from you.
Thanks, Teresa. Can you hear me?
I can. There we go.
Well, firstly, I just want to say thank you, Teresa, Claudia, everyone involved in today's sharing. My heart definitely has expanded. I can feel as we were talking about in the meditation, that field, that field that just surrounds me and then is just rippling out to our planet and assisting the awakening of the hearts and minds of all humans. So I just want to say thank you to everyone who was present. And Teresa, big gratitude to you and Claudia and the whole IOC team. Just briefly for me, I've been involved with Islands of Coherence for a couple of months now. I must say, when I first met Teresa, I felt like I had recognized a soul sister, a spirit sister, a coherent sister. Sometimes I think that I've had the experience where I've sometimes felt very alone in the journey of transforming as a human to become more conscious, to live more in harmony with self and the planet around us, to create more coherent mind and heart, to be more sustainable. And what I'm realizing that there are so many of us desiring the same thing. And Teresa and Yarmouth and Penny and the whole IOC team have heard this sacred call to help create a place where we can connect. And I think what I've really gained so far in my time in the Islands of Coherence is how it's really like-hearted and minded peers. So many of us are just really doing deeper inner work and ready to share and bring that deeper gift that we have, and then work out how do we unite and circle to create this pulse and wave of love and address the situations that we're finding on the planet. Just briefly about me, and then I'll hand it back over to Teresa, because I know we have Entheo who is going to share some beautiful music with us. Thank you both. I offer daily mantras into the Islands of Coherence. It started in 1999, and in 2009, I started offering them on social media. We've grown to we now reach over 80 countries with daily mantras, over 13 million views a month, people from all walks of life, all countries, all ages, all races. And why I'm saying that is that it just shows us there are so many people desiring to live in a more coherent way. So thanks, Teresa, for inviting me. I'm so grateful.
Thank you so much for your posts. I know they're really super popular with everybody who's on the Islands of Coherence, and there's just something about the regular cadence of that makes such a difference. Sylvia, I'm glad you just joined. I just see Sylvia joined. It's great. Kati J, thank you so much for your meditation. Would you like to share something? That was beautiful. Yarmouth, I think Yarmouth might be still here. Yeah.
Yeah, hello everyone, and thank you for all of you that are still here and all of those who joined in their hearts. It is such a blessing to be a part of this community. I feel my heart and soul expand every day. I feel as though I'm accepted and understood and recognized more than just by my human features, but at a heart level, on a soul level. Nikita was talking earlier about how she recognized Teresa as a soul sister. And I find that occurring almost daily when I'm in these these situations with people in the islands. And it's as if we're just all gathering and coming together to share our soul's purpose so we can really uplift and change the world. And I'm overwhelmed with love for all of you that are out there sharing your heart with the world. And I invite you to come join us. I do a meditation every Friday, and that you can access that directly from the islands. And I can also put my email in if you want to connect with me further. But just, it's an amazing place to really be able to be your authentic self. And then because it feels like this space is held for us, it just feels safe to do that everywhere else. And I find myself just becoming more and more, or as Cornflower, kind of alluded to earlier, unbecoming all that I thought I was and turning into the soul that I came here to be. So thank you all. I'm so grateful to be blessed with your presence in your hearts.
Thank you, Kali J. Yamith, you can go ahead and share. I saw you opened your mic.
Can you hear me now? Yep.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, the Islands of Coherence has empowered me. So Teresa started really seeing the potential that I was unaware of, and I have been working really hard. And it's work and this energy, the life force that you have inside, that when you just join this community, it starts unfolding, and you see how everything starts happening because we are a community. So we get the support, and most of the times when we have difficult situations and when you endure them, the Islands of Coherence is also the place where you just go there and express yourself, and you just come out with a different perspective, with a better future, with hope and love. So it's also a huge support, and the biggest opportunity to express our authentic selves, which was what Kariji was talking about. And I feel this is an opportunity that you are giving us as well, because without you, it wouldn't be possible to share this space. So as you see, it's kind of this reciprocate thing that we're actually sharing, and the best thing is that we are always focusing our potential on a high ideal, which is love, and that we remain in coherence. So remaining in this coherence will also just cause a ripple effect, and then we just make an impact so that everyone gets filled up with the love that we so want to share, but we haven't quite found the ways yet. But this is what the Islands of Coherence is. So my gratitude for this beautiful space that I got to share with you today, and that we're gonna be sharing in the next in the future. Thank you.
Thanks, Fiona. Sylvia, you had your hand. Great. So I think that we'll go to our friends Entheo, and we'll go ahead and close off today with some beautiful music. And I hope that you'll join us in the Islands of Coherence, and let's support each other to live from love and to stabilize this impulse on the planet through us. Thank you all for being here.
I love what you said, Midi, is that it's this opening our arms to what's already here. And that's what this song is about. It's like we keep our focus, our minds and our hearts on compassion and love, and we're asking the universe for more of where our focus is. So this song is called Keep Bringing It, and we're gonna keep bringing the love, keep bringing the compassion, keep bringing the patience and the tenderness in the face of everything that keeps coming up as these waves of grief and sadness and whatever is happening in the world. We're going to keep bringing the compassion, because that is the ultimate power. So here we go. Well, I can't go on hiding my light just because I'm afraid I'll shine too bright. Well, this contradiction lives in me, so I'm on a mission to be set free. Even if my heart breaks, it's time for my soul to wake. Even if my heart breaks, it's time for my soul to wake. Even if my heart breaks, it's time for my soul to wake. Even if my heart breaks, it's time for my soul to wake. So keep bringing it, keep bringing it through, keep loving it, keep living your truth, keep bringing it, keep bringing it through, keep loving it, put the love in everything you do. Oh, yeah. It's a beautiful day to come alive inside the dream, with our heart in the sky. This revelation, it's you and I, infinite constellations unified. Hearts are breaking open, soul is awaking up. Hearts are breaking open, soul is awaking up. Hearts are breaking open, soul is awaking up. Hearts are breaking open, yeah. Keep bringing it, keep bringing it through, keep living it, keep living your truth, keep bringing it, keep bringing it through, keep loving it, put the love in everything you do. Oh, yeah. Even if my heart breaks, it's time for my soul to wake. Even if my heart breaks, it's time for my soul to wake. Even if my heart breaks, it's time for my soul to wake. Even if my heart breaks, it's time for my soul to wake. Thank you, everyone. Bless you.
Hey, Theo, before you guys go off, I'm wondering if you want to put some links in the chat and say something. I think you have a class coming up. And you guys have some offerings. I just put cornflowers link in the chat, but I wanted to give you a chance to share about that. I'm pretty excited that you're doing that. It's coming up.
Yeah, it's next week. I'm teaching an electronic music production course for anyone that's interested in that world of things, and I'll post a link in the chat, and I can post some more links to our music too for people.
Please
Thank
do.
you, Teresa.
And thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you everyone for coming today. Have an absolute beautiful day. Take this love that we've been generating and let's share it with everyone we meet, pulse it into our home and our garden, and really just continue to be an island of coherence today and every day. Thank you so much, everyone.